Hello everyone, so in this video I analyze Liszt Transcendental Etude number 10, sometimes called Appassionata. So I will put the tonalities, the functions, sometimes the position of the chords. I'm working with a harmony teacher in French. There will be cadences, of course, and then the general form of the piece. So in this piece, it's kind of a sonata form. There are two main themes. The theme number one is this appoggiatura upgoing, and then this one. So this is the real note is C, and the appoggiatura is going from down and then from up. So Liszt is putting this, harmonizing this like this. Then the second time he's expanding the theme a little bit. So we have, yeah, that's the first theme. He will change a bit later and he will come back very often. You will recognize it. Sometimes it's just. The second theme, which we didn't really find, because mostly Liszt have themes that evolve and change. He has monothematic pieces with one theme, but the theme is evolving or changing. So there we found the second theme is actually really different of the first one, because the second theme is this actually. So this one is more a melodic, more a calm theme, and the first one is more a bit an impatient, like a bit more active theme. So harmonizing this this way again. So this first time again, he is having the theme, then the theme comes again, actually in another, it's first E flat and then it's C sharp, which is the same note, but it's written differently. And then the second time the theme comes, it's evolving a bit, it's getting a bit longer. It has an ending, right? An analysis is always kind of subjective. I mean, there are places where you can discuss, of course. Let me know if you think something should have been seen differently. With stuff it's interesting to discuss in the chat, actually, in the comments. The recording that's running is me playing this on this piano. So it is a Erard piano of 1876. So this is the kind of piano sound Liszt had when he composed the piece. So another very interesting things you will observe in the video is the beginning of the piece is quite special, actually. Starting in F minor, then he go to F minor, then he go to A flat major, which is the relative major of the tonality, so they have the same amount of flats. Then suddenly he go to C sharp minor, which is going for 4 flats to 4 sharps, so it's very far in the circle of fifths. So how does it go there? Many people said, well, yeah, the harmonic of C sharp is D flat, and D flat is dominant of A flat. Well, that's a bit simplistic, and that's actually not the reason he was doing this. Plus, you don't really jump from a major tonality to minor tonality just because they are dominant far from each other. That's not really the reason. What Liszt was doing there, and that's something apparently that Schubert started to do, is he's taking the median of the chord as common note of both chords to change. So you need something in common most of the time to modulate another tonality. And in this case, actually, if you take C sharp minor, the fifth of the chord, of the tonic chord, is C sharp, which was the tonic of the tonic chord of A flat major, and which is the third, the median of F minor. So G sharp A flat is a common note in all three tonalities in this beginning, and he's putting this note even in the bass as pedal. If you notice here, there we have A flat, A flat, who becomes a G sharp on the bass, G sharp, G sharp, G sharp, and then he goes to another chord, right? So this common note here, this common pedal note, is what gives him the possibility to modulate and which is fine for your ear because you recognize this bass staying, and you have this also for your ear, you have this common note making it possible. So that's a trick that Liszt pushed a bit, that Schubert started a bit earlier. Schubert was mostly taking the median of the note of the chord, so it's modeling to the median note of the chord. He's doing to the fifth, pushing it a bit further. So I hope you enjoyed the video.